Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world, and boy does it add to the occasion. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So it's down to business here. Attempts to play it through, and it's got through. He's made sure that that won't get through. Aimed in towards the centre. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And the through ball is intercepted. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Over to the left. It's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble. Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out. That right side seems to have become a very good outlet for them now. No doubt this is a net.
Oh, shooting chance! Hoists it forward. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Hit long and direct. Heads it! Goal! What a great header, got plenty on that.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Lobs it in gently, and now the breakaway. Has a pop! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Keeper sends it forward. Well weighted. He's gone for it! And in it goes!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Straight run this, he's covered quite a distance. Takes aim with a cross. Defending of the desperate variety. Crosses into the area. Tries to get it clear. And this could be the final action of the first half. Up for a header! Blocks! That's really good defending. And we've reached half-time. So, a very watchable game so far. Action at both ends and the team's level. Reflections on the first half?
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or otherwise.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. And the game has already resumed here. No reported change to either side during the break. Gets good distance on it. And that's been won straight back. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Forward pass. Well, there's no sign here of forwards working back. They are staying upfield.
They are, Peter, and it gives them a chance to break, but it's also causing an extra defence.
Shot at goal! Oh, my word, that is fantastic! About as smooth as it gets. And the comeback is complete.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Played out to the right. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim? Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. That's been levered clear. He's gone for it! Brings it forward. Out to the right. Going through. Played into the middle. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, sweet feet. Breaks on here. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Done very well to intervene. Tries to locate someone up front. Put that one away.
Yeah, he knew only too well that to concede then would have been tough to recover from. That could prove a big moment in this game.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Well, the referee's seen the board and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now. Keeper has beaten it away.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Plays it out to the flank. He gets past his man. A chance to play it in.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Has a goal! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
The changes then in quick succession.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. And that is that. What a match, what a comeback. That is how to respond to adversity. Truly deserving winners. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Look, we saw some textbook football from wide areas that continued to produce expansive attacking play that was ultimately too hard to handle. They were simply too good in the wide areas. And I just really liked what I saw here.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.